Okay, I'm here now to talk about Kraven. So Kraven the Hunter is, as far as I'm aware of, this is like the 6th or the 7th entry into the SSU, and from what I've heard of it, it is meant to be the last entry into the SSU, because other than the Venom movies, every film that they made was a box office bomb. So I'm here to talk about the pros and cons of the movie and why I think people hate it so much. First of all, this is a Kraven film, so for a tradition, we have ourselves a Kraven origin story. Now this is where the negative first kicks in, because in my mind, if you think about Kraven, you do not need to necessarily know about him, as a person, as a backstory, You just get Kraven in the hunt. Hunt who? I don't know. Maybe Spider-Man or something, or someone more powerful than him. But instead, we have a boring origin story that we do not need. This film spends half of the runtime, almost half of the runtime, telling us who Kraven is, what is his background, and I do think that hurts the pacing really bad. When you're watching the film, you are feeling the runtime. You just want Kraven who hunts people, who kills people, and you want these bloody action sequences going on in the film. But for the first act, you will not get, and I do think that is the main drawback that makes people hate this film so much. Now, talking about the positives, Aaron Taylor Johnson. Do I think he's a perfect Kraven? Nah, but here's the thing. I can see that he's trying his best with the materials that he was given. I do not think the problem of the character relies on his performance. No, but the problem of Kraven as a character really relies on how the writers wrote him. If the character was written well, I do think that his performance could have been upgraded just a little bit. And that is the main issue, okay? The film, the dialogue is bad, the writing is bad, the pacing is very slow, and the second negative here is the villain. For some reason, they chose Rhino to be the main villain of this film. I just don't think Rhino grabs as much attention as, I don't know, maybe Scorpion would be a better main villain, and the actor playing Rhino himself, he's having fun with this role, that's clear. And a lot of unintentionally funny moments came from him, his performance, and the terrible dialogue, the cringy dialogue. The positives relies on the action, only the action. The action sequences here, they are still watchable, they are still fun, and that's because they are rated R, aka bloody action sequences. And it really boosts your excitement, enjoyment in the film overall. So, the action saved this film, but every other aspect besides the action falls apart. There is one tiny little small negative point that I want to give to this film, and that is the inclusion of the character of Calypso, played by Ariana DeBose. I do think that her performance is quite okay, but here's the thing. If you deleted her character, if you remove Calypso from the narrative, she wouldn't change a thing, The narrative would still be the same. That's the problem. There are a couple of characters that did not need to be in this narrative. Yes, you will get the action, but they're very sparse. There are just a handful of action sequences here that you can enjoy. And there is one more negative little thing. I don't know why this is the case, but there are some shots, some sequences from the trailer that are not present in the film. And the most apparent thing about this criticism is, if you watch the film until the end, in the ending point, Kraven gets his iconic suit, okay? His iconic hunter outfit. But he just puts it on and wears it and just poses. And that's how the film ends. But if you watch the trailer, there is a shot where he is hunting with that same costume in the forest. Now, may I ask you, where did this specific scene go? Okay? Where does it go? So overall, guys, I will give Kraven a 3 out of 10. I know my expectations were very, very low on this. I just needed a little bit of action, and I get that. But I did not expect the origin story to really take a strong position in the narrative. So 3 out of 10, this could have been a better film, better paced film, and it could have been more cohesive. If you have seen Kraven the Hunter, what were your expectations on this? Are you satisfied with this film? Myself, no, I'm not. I'm really not satisfied, even though my expectations were very low.